How's it going, my friends? On today's video, we're taking a look at the pros and cons of living in the North Loop neighborhood in Minneapolis. It is a super happening spot. It's also known as the warehouse district. It's just very cosmopolitan, people everywhere. And as is probably indicated by the name, warehouse district, a lot of warehouses turned into condos, apartments, etc., commercial spaces. It's a really cool spot. Excited to share it with you. And as always, if you're thinking about moving here, you're probably watching these videos, you probably heard me say this 1,000 times, but I mean it, and I mean it today especially. Get a hold of us and we will crush it for you. Nobody will work harder for you than we will. You can go to our website, tothetwincities.com. We have a contact form there that you can fill out in 30 seconds or less, or you can shoot us an email directly to info@tothetwincities.com. They'll lead to the same inbox, so it's completely up to you. You know, we're gonna hop into this video. Before we do, if you haven't done so yet, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get notified so you can see every time we put out these videos. And if you wouldn't mind, while I have you here, give the video a thumbs up, say something nice, say something funny, say something helpful in the comments below. I don't know, what a cool spot. Should we take a look? Let's take a look. All right, y'all, from where I was shooting just earlier, pretty much a 4-minute walk. You kind of sneak through here and boom, you go from the River Road to 1st Street North. And this is like a beautiful historic street. You can kind of see all along here, just like cool old warehouses full of character. There's some, mostly everything has been turned into like loft building with apartments, but some of it is commercial. Right here is Itasca Lofts. Very cool building. There's both condos and commercial spaces in there. There's like a good coffee shop on the main floor. Just showed some stuff in there pretty recently. And not to mention Acme Comedy Club right there. Pretty legendary, like smaller comedy club. If you're into comedy like I am, people talk about this as being like a workout room, comedy wise, for you know, big name comedians who are trying to work on their set. But anyway, just kind of want to give you a peek at just the character down here. So cool. And let's talk through pros and cons of living here in North Loop. I think a lot of people would just come visit North Loop, and that's cool. But a lot of people like the idea of living here, being able to walk out of your home, maybe grab a coffee in the lobby on the way out, and then, I don't know, go for a walk your dog, go for a bike ride, or, you know, go meet friends at a restaurant or bar. Some of the best food in all of the Twin Cities is here in North Loop, which I'm gonna say is pro number 1. It's just access to amazing restaurants, bars, and cool shops. And again, some of the best restaurants in the Twin Cities. If you like Italian food, Bar La Grassa. If you like seafood, the Smack Shack. If you had a really good Caesar at Nolo recently, so good, like the Kale Caesar, blew my mind, blew my hair back. But then there's really great breweries like Fulton, like Modest, or there's a place called Gray's Provisions, which is like sort of cafeteria style, multiple vendors, kind of all doing a really cool thing. And yeah, I don't know, I could go on. I could just name all the restaurants. That'd be a fun video, huh? Hey, did I mention Minnesota Opera Center right here? What the heck? Crazy. But yeah, so pro number 1, access to all of that great stuff. The shops, the restaurants, place to eat, drink, be social, be merry. Pro number 2 is basically endless entertainment options. From Acme, I mean, Acme is like just the start, just scratching the surface. You have access to Target Center, Target Field, the Fine Line, which is like a venue. You have the Fillmore, and I don't know, just tons of music venues. First Avenue, how dare I not say that? Pretty much first. Shame on me. But yeah, tons of just entertainment options, and really it's like where most of that happens in the Twin Cities, I would say, is in the North Loop. Pro number 3, this beautiful architecture, this cool, the history, the very like mill city, you know, feel that is this area. There's a mill district as well. Feels very milly over there, but this this feels really cool, warehousey, and just so much character, so walkable for being like fundamentally in downtown. It's so just like chill over here. It consistently impresses me. But yeah, architecture, I love the architecture down here. The Hewing Hotel is a beautiful building. It's actually where IPR, the college that I went to, used to be. No longer, but now it has just become this absolutely gorgeous hotel. There's a rooftop like deck where you can, I don't know, grab a drink. There's a hot tub up there, and you could watch, you know, fireworks, whether that's on 4th of July or after a Twins game or something like that. Just such a cool potential lifestyle to have there. Pro number 4 is that basically you have amazing outdoor spaces before the city, right? So I want to kind of caveat that. You're not going to be able to go on like just a really, really long hike into the woods or something like that. But you do have really, really nice park spaces and just really, really well maintained. It is, I really think Minneapolis is one of the more well maintained downtown areas in the country that I've seen, and I've seen a lot of them. But man, specifically the natural spaces along the river are really hard to beat. It is just such a beautiful place to spend time, go for a bike ride, I don't know, go for a scooter ride, a walk, etc. And then last pro, I guess I'm gonna say, is that there's a decent amount of sort of amenities available to you. Primarily, I'm going to shout out the Whole Foods, which is within the North Loop neighborhood. I really think that it goes a long way to make it pretty dang livable here, to have access to something like that. But just kind of a lot of your more like daily staples you're gonna have here, and I think that's very nice. That said, let's hop over to cons. First con for me is that a good amount of the, you know, errands that you're running, maybe weekly, monthly, you got to leave the area for, you know, as far as like a mall is concerned, or, you know, like a electronics store, hardware store, that kind of stuff is not really going to be here. You're going to have to leave the area. But that said, it's condo lifestyle. Not that many people are honestly gonna need a hardware store while you're living down here, except for, you know, little kind of inconsequential stuff. So not that big of a deal. But even like maybe like a car repair, I don't know that there's car repair anywhere here. I think you're probably gonna get it towed out of North Loop if you had to, or yeah, you'll just have to drive to a suburb or to a different neighborhood. Con number 2 is that there's fundamentally no single family homes. And I think by fundamentally, I think I actually mean literally 0 single family homes at all anywhere in North Loop. That's just not what it is down here. It's all condo living. Townhome might be the closest thing you get, but pretty much everything is connected to something else. So, you know, if you want a lot of space, if you like work on cars and need a big garage, not gonna be able to find that. If you, I don't know, just need a big backyard or want a big backyard, you're not gonna find that. If you play music, and yeah, you're not gonna find that, right? It's all pretty much gonna be connected buildings, and you know, the things that come along with that. There's a very cute dog up in a window up there. Hey bud. Right back here, and I think the building right here is the Cremette Lofts. with like cremette, like the pasta company. I don't know, it's kind of cool. Pro number 3, con number 3, sorry. It's extremely busy, except this road. Actually, really except anywhere north of Washington is gonna be a lot chiller than basically Washington and south. It really kind of gets peaceful, gets quiet once you go north of Washington. Like, I'm 1 block north of Washington, but yeah, anywhere Washington or south, it's gonna feel really busy, congested, parking is gonna kind of be a drag, etc. Con number 4, and I think this is maybe the last con that I can think of, is that in the sort of western edges, close to the highways by like 394, 94, gets kind of industrial, gets kind of ugly, you know, just like not that aesthetically pleasing. There is a chance that that will change because pretty much all of the other area in the North Loop has progressed to be really, really nice. So there's a chance that that changes. But yeah, just I would say more than anything, just know where it is that you're gonna end up. And is it really close to that? Make sure you have an idea of what the surrounding area looks like. All right, let's go for a drive. I'm gonna kind of talk through some other areas that you might want to consider if you like what you see here, but just want some more options. All right, John, right where I'm standing right now, this is 1st and 6th, as in 1st Avenue, as in 7th Street entry is a block that way. And this is very much sort of like the sort of cultural hub of Minneapolis. So much stuff goes on here. Right here is the Target Center. Just beyond that is Target Field. And there's just so many things here. It's kind of crazy. I used to pedicab, actually, fun fact, for like 1 summer. It was fun while it lasted. But while this might not be a spot that you live, it's fairly sort of hotel dense. You may very well spend some time here, you know, to go to games or whatever, just sort of social events in general. But a little further that way, couple blocks that way, it turns into that kind of cooler residential part of North Loop. Just some lady just yelling so loud on the phone. But yeah, not too far. It chills out, turns into the North Loop that, you know, we've been showing you on all these videos. A little bit of a chiller vibe, a little bit more neighborhoody, a little bit, I don't know, less chaotic. And as always, if you are thinking about moving here, get a hold of us and we will crush it for you. You can go to our website, tothetwincities.com. We have a contact form there that you can fill out in like 30 seconds or less, or you can shoot us an email directly to info@tothetwincities.com. You know, both those routes lead to the same inbox, so it's all good. Whatever you want to do, up to you. We'll see it, and then we'll be able to start making stuff happen for you, making the move possible. And as always, if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get notified. What are you doing? In these videos, we put a lot of work into them, put the best videos out on the internet about what it's like to live here in the Twin Cities. And yeah, appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.